Hi everyone. I'm having a really bad day, and I'm drugged, so seriously drugged. You can probably tell by looking at me. One of the things that concerns me most is when we started all this, or when I started all this back in August, I was taking 5 milligrams of Oxynorm, maybe 3 times a day. I'm now on 20 milligrams 5 to 6 times a day, plus morphine patches, plus doctor call-outs, and still no appointment. Absolutely nothing. And I'm scared. I'm scared to go to sleep at night in case I've taken too many tablets and I don't wake up in the morning. Excuse me. Because now I've been put on extra stuff at night, and it just seems like all I'm doing is swallowing pills round the clock and injecting myself, and I'm getting nowhere. My MS isn't getting no better. I'm as weak as a kitten. I managed to go out yesterday to see Kira ride. We're very lucky because I was able to drive the car. Well, Stephen was able to drive the car right up to the gates of the arena, so I didn't even have to get out of the car and I could watch her. But that little journey has set me back so much today. I mean, I woke up drugged, yet I had taken nothing. I spoke to my sister this morning and I was so tired that she thought I'd taken a load of pills again, and that's all I seem to just do, and the pain is intolerable. I mean, I've got this TENS machine on the go 24 hours a day because the pain is coming from my neck and then right down into my shoulders, and in actual fact it's just gone off. And without this, I can't function. It interrupts the burning, so it gives me a chance to it's pain on pain, basically. Hold on now, sorry about this. But again, we're back to this stage of torture. This is torturous. It's absolutely torturous to expect a human being to live like this when there is a way to fix it. That's the worst part. If I had to go through this and I was totally unaware that I could have an infusion that would take the pain away, maybe I'd be better able to deal with it, I don't know. But what makes it all the worse is knowing that there's a treatment that can stop this and can give me at least a month of a break from definitely this time I'm going to have trouble coming off the meds. The last couple of times I've been very lucky, and I've just been able to stop taking them. I think there before Christmas, I think I got a headache for a couple of days and that was it. But this time I'm taking so many, and especially the fact that I'm using the morphine and the oxycodone now together all the time. I can't see how I can just stop without having some serious withdrawals. But the health service, they don't care. They don't give a rat's arse what's going on with me right now. I mean, I'm just waiting to get whatever letter it is I need to get. Sorry, my mouth is so dry. So that I can then I need a letter to come back from the Ombudsman, because there's procedures to go to the European petitions. And as soon as that's done, that's my next step. But I really need to start getting people behind me for this 1+100. Now, I have 4 people signed up already, but I got 96 more to go. And, there has to be, a couple of hundred times, maybe a couple of thousand times that many people out there that are having difficulty getting treatment, are on long waiting lists with the HSE, and whatever the issues are, I need you to come with me on this journey. There's no cost involved. You know, you just write up an email, send it to me at jenniferbanks.media@gmail.com. Write up an email, tell me the story, the history of what's gone on. I'll come back to you. We'll put together a format for everybody so that it'll be straightforward, and we can do it all online. Nobody has to do any writing or anything, and you know, I'll get it all done the simplest way possible. But I'm telling you guys, I can't go on like this. I absolutely cannot go on like this. I've reached the point now where I'm just sick of it. I can't eat. I can't sleep. And when I do sleep, it's a drug-induced sleep, so it's not real sleep. I've no energy. No. This isn't living. You know, the way I am now is the way you would find end-stage cancer patients in a hospice. I'm at that level of drugs every day that it's, you know, keeping me comfortable. Comfortable for what? Comfortable enough so that I can die in peace? MS isn't supposed to kill you here, you know what I mean? And there's treatment. There is a simple, straightforward treatment. And there's no sign of an appointment coming. And I believe that the resources have been cut even further now. So when they used to be able to do patients every week, I believe from speaking to the secretary at my local pain clinic that the lidocaine infusions are now only done once a month. So what kind of a list am I on? You know, what number am I on the list? I want to know all this. I have requested the information, but I've had no reply. But it just makes no sense unless they go back to the way things used to be, where there's a regular month. It's no longer 6 weeks now. I've reached the point where I need the infusions monthly. You know, where once a month they regularly treat me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go through this, go and have the infusion whenever, then go through the withdrawal from the drugs. That's going to take a couple of weeks minimum. And before I know where I am, I'll be back on the oxynorm again, you know. It's not good enough, and it's a torturous, inhumane existence. I'm a 47-year-old woman with a child. I can't even live. I can't be a mother. I can't be a wife. My husband is doing everything, you know, and it's terrible to stand back, especially simple things like, you know, the housework and the way I would do it compared to the way he would do it. That's now starting to get at me, you know, like I'm thinking, oh, he's messed up it there now, or he didn't polish that shelf, or because I'm so useless. I'm either sitting on a sofa, in a chair, or in bed. That's it. There's nowhere I can go. And, you know, anywhere I do go, we have to make sure I don't get too cold or too hot, or no, it's just, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how many of you saw the Saturday Night Show last night with Jonathan Irwin on it from Jack and Jill, where he had arranged, I remember it was going around on Twitter, the news story, a meeting with Riley. Riley walked out and never came back. This guy, all he wants, he just seems to be cutting back the health service. I don't know why, because if he's going to privatise it, surely he's going to want to get the best price for it. You know, unless they're planning to buy it themselves and they knock it down so badly that maybe he belongs to some group who's planning to buy out the health service. Who knows? Because I don't trust any of them anymore. I mean, there's just so many conspiracies flying around in my head. I have no respect, trust, or anything for any of our government guys or any of the senior civil servants. Because it is a civil servant that is doing this to me. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, as much as I despise what Dr. Riley's doing, he's not the one sitting up at the University College Hospital here with a pen in his hand, deciding if I get treatment or not. It's some other jacko, you know, and I know I'm not the only one, and I do understand that everybody needs to be looked after equally. But for myself and the others that are living like this is not living. This is not living. This is just existing. Absolutely existing. I don't call this living. And I don't know what's going to happen. My only hope now is this petition, because I want to change things. I want to make it so that they can't do this to us anymore. You know, we've got to get the Patients' Charter, not in principle, but to actually get it ratified, because then we have rights. There's no rights at the moment. There's no rights in our constitution to healthcare. There's no actual rights. But if the Patients' Charter is ratified, and that's what I'm trying to do, then we have rights, and there's ways we can fight for what we're entitled to, and they have to respond. Whereas right now they don't have to do anything. They can just sit back and ignore me and ignore everybody else and get on with it. Who cares, you know? I'm only just this girl in Galway. You know, what do they care that I'm like sitting here like this on a Sunday night? No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for me, and it's not good enough for you. But I think we need to step up, and step up soon, because people seem to get quite complacent when it comes to healthcare and think that nothing's going to happen to them. Well, you know what? I never thought I'd end up like this. I never once in my lifetime thought that I'd be diagnosed with MS. And it came at me, you know. So just bear in mind, everybody, it could be you tomorrow. So whatever help and support that you can give me in my little campaign right now, please do so. Please. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. I hope everyone's well. Thank you.